send one again. They are Goita, Tiani. Run them out of Babylon. Them tell we say we're free but still control the string. Foreign hands pulling everything. Sell out leaders, bow and scrape, while the youth them cry and the people wait. But now we see the light through your window. Traore rise like a breeze from the Congo. Him not take order from outside and him chant truth from the heart of the land. Hey, African pride, wear it on we chest. We never bow down, we never settle for less. They are here to lead the rest. Order puppet ruling to righteousness. The African pride, deep in our soul, a liberty call, and we answer the role. HRA step bold, him carry just scroll. Babylon falling, Africa old. Me say the time come fi reclaim we name. No more puppet playing them colonial game. No IF chain, no fake campaign. We taking back every mineral vein. From Alisal to Ghana gold. The story of Africa now get told. By we, for we, with no apology. This revolution it a fi holy. Hey, African pride, fire in our veins. We tear down fences, we break them chains. The Traore is here, him now play games. Feel him speak with thunder, him calling names. African pride, we walk upright. From darkness we step into light. No more puppet showing a daylight. We stand strong for we birthright. Babylon system pack up and flee. Mama Africa don't plant the tree. Just in truth, unity. No more sellout presidency. Traore rise like wind through the drum. Puppet time done, freedom come. We not sit back, we stand and run. One Africa, not just some. Hey, African pride, I like the sun. We come together now, we move as one. Let Traore is here, the work just begun. We march on till the victory done. African pride, feel it in our heart. We were all from the very start. Traore lead with sacred art. From puppet to liberty, we take part. Traore, Goita, Antiana, hearts of land. Lead Africa to their promised land.
Alert! Africa launches own internet today. USA, Elon blocked. By Takuna Mabika Supreme Tisu Mbacho. This is not a rehearsal. Today, we're online on our own terms. Part 1. The African Union just made history. It's official. As of today, the African Union has launched AfriNet, the continent's very own internet infrastructure, and it's already sending shockwaves across the globe. Announced in a tightly secured AU summit this morning in Addis Ababa, AfriNet is a sovereign internet framework designed and controlled by Africa for Africa. It's the culmination of years of planning, failed negotiations with global tech giants, and recent digital sabotage threats from the West. And now, it's live. We have disconnected the chains, declared AU Commission Chair Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. AfriNet is our freedom signal. Part 2. What is AfriNet? AfriNet is more than just an alternative to traditional internet services. It is a complete digital ecosystem, including a Pan-Afrikan domain system, .Africa, government-controlled search engine, Ubuntu Web, decentralized cloud storage based in Kenya, Nigeria, and Egypt, military-grade data encryption designed by One Africa Army tech units, firewalls that block unapproved foreign access, including US and European surveillance systems. AfriNet is hosted on satellites launched in partnership with South Africa and Algeria, and backed by Continental server farms powered by solar energy. This is not just symbolic. It's a real infrastructure move, and it's happening right now. Part 3. Why did Africa do this? Let's be honest. For decades, Africa's data was monetized by Silicon Valley and manipulated by foreign intelligence. Every WhatsApp message, Google search, Facebook scroll, it was stored, analyzed, and sold. Worst of all, African countries paid billions annually in data hosting and tech services to be spied on. AfriNet is Africa's way of saying, no more, you won't use our data against us. Part 4, Elon Musk and the final rejection. Here's the spicy part. According to SABN Insider, Chairman Shadow, Elon Musk held 3 private calls with AU diplomats in the last 6 months, trying to position Starlink as the default internet backbone for the continent. But after leaked documents showed Starlink's backend could be compromised by US agencies, the deal collapsed. Africa cannot build sovereignty on American satellites, said AU Digital Chairperson Aissatou Diarra from Senegal. Respect to Mr. Musk, but we must be our own source code. And just like that, the AU passed the AfriNet security clause. No foreign-controlled network shall have more than 1% access into continental data channels. That clause effectively blocks Elon Musk and bans US digital backdoors from Africa's future. Part 5. The West is in panic mode. Within hours of AfriNet's activation, both the US Department of State and the European Commission issued statements of concern. France called it a potential threat to international digital cooperation. The US warned that AfriNet may disconnect Africans from the global community. Let's translate that. We're angry we can't spy on you anymore. Several Silicon Valley giants, including Meta, Alphabet, Google, and Amazon, have reportedly held emergency meetings. Some are already preparing lawsuits, while others threaten to pull out advertising from African platforms. But here's the punchline. Africa doesn't care. For the first time, we're the ones writing the code.
Welcome to Jamaica, an island renowned for its vibrant culture, beautiful landscapes, and rich history. But behind the scenes, a select group of families wield significant influence over the island's economy. Today, we delve into the world of Jamaica's 21 most powerful families. Our journey begins with the colonial history that set the stage for their dominance. During the colonial era, immigrants from Europe, the Middle East, and Asia arrived in Jamaica, establishing businesses that would eventually grow into vast empires. These families, often of Jewish, Lebanese, Chinese, and Indian descent, now control substantial portions of Jamaica's economy. Let's explore some of these influential families in detail, starting with their origins, business ventures, and impact on Jamaica's economy. At number 1, the Lechin family. Michael Lechin, a prominent business figure, leads the family's ventures in financial services. He made his fortune investing in NCB and AIC Limited. He is the president and chairman of Portland Holdings, a privately held investment company. His younger brother Wayne Chun is the chairman of Superplus Food Stores. Their investments in these critical sectors demonstrate their broad economic impact. Michael Lechin is listed on the Forbes billionaires list with an estimated net worth of $1.5 billion. At number 2, the Stewart family. The Stewart family is one of Jamaica's wealthiest and most influential families, with significant contributions to the tourism and automotive sectors. Gordon Butch Stewart founded Sandals Resorts International, a luxury resort chain, and the ATL Group, which includes Appliance Traders Limited and an automotive division. His brother, Richard Stewart, established Stewart's Automotive Group, a leading car dealership in Jamaica handling brands like BMW, Mitsubishi, and Jaguar, now managed by Jacqueline Stewart. The combined net worth of the Stewart family is estimated at around $1 billion, with their businesses playing a vital role in Jamaica's economy. Notable figures include Adam Stewart, executive chairman of Sandals Resorts, and Jacqueline Stewart, managing director of Stewart's Automotive Group. At number 3, the Desnos family, renowned for co-founding Desnos and Geddes, D&G, the brewery responsible for Red Stripe beer. The Desnos family has expanded into other beverages and hospitality. Their ventures have made them influential in Jamaica's food and beverage industry. The family has an estimated net worth of $600 million. At number 4, the Geddes family, associated with the Desnos family, the Geddes have made significant contributions to brewing and distribution. Their legacy includes notable contributions to the beverage industry and the economic landscape of Jamaica. The family has an estimated net worth of $600 million. At number 5, the Orain family, leading Grace Kennedy, a diversified conglomerate operating in over 60 countries. The Orain family's reach spans financial services to food manufacturing. Don Webby is the current CEO of Grace Kennedy. With an estimated net worth of over $500 million, Grace Kennedy's diverse operations highlight the Orain family's substantial influence. Up next, the Matalan family. Of Syrian Jewish descent, their journey began in the mid-20th century with Moses Matalan founding the ICD Group and Wiccan. They spearheaded urban development projects like the Greater Portmore Housing Development, the largest housing development ever in the Caribbean. Today, Joseph Matalan heads the family business. The Matalans control significant assets in construction and real estate, with their companies generating substantial revenues. The Matalan family has an estimated net worth of $350 million. At number 7, the Mahfoud family. Originally from Lebanon, the Mahfoud family established the Wisynco Group in the 1960s. Known for popular brands like Wada and Biga, Wisynco dominates the beverage market. William Mahfoud currently leads the family business. Wisynco's estimated revenues exceed 40 billion Jamaican dollars annually, highlighting their dominance in the food and beverage sector. The Mahfoud family has an estimated net worth of $300 million. At number 8, the Issa family. Abraham Elias Issa was a Jamaican businessman, entrepreneur, and hotelier acclaimed as the father of Jamaican tourism. As the first president of the Jamaica Tourist Board, he guided the rise and boom in Jamaican tourism of the late 1950s. His business accomplishments include the founding of Jamaica's first modern department store, Issa's of King Street, the country's first shopping plazas, Tropical Plaza at Halfway Tree and Ligony Plazas, Jamaica's first supermarket, High-Low at Crossroads in Kingston, Jamaica's modern horse racing track, Caymanas Park, and being a guiding force behind the development of New Kingston, now the island's commercial center. He built Tower Isle Hotel, Jamaica's first all-season resort, later evolving it into Couples Hotel, Jamaica's first all-inclusive resort and first couples-only resort, revolutionizing the tourism industry with their all-inclusive resort chain, Super Clubs. The Issa family continues to oversee their tourism empire with his sons Lee Issa and Paul Issa currently leading operations. Another notable member of the family is Joseph John Issa, known as Joe or Joey Issa. He is best known as the founder of Cool Group, which comprises over 50 companies. At age 30, Joey Issa's first business venture was a petrol station named Cool Oasis, which was the catalyst for the group becoming the largest Jamaican-owned operator of petrol stations in Jamaica. In 2003, he set up a telephone card distribution business called Cool Card. Later, he extended the distribution business to include automotive and household products, among others, under the Cool brand. Over the next decade, the Cool brand grew rapidly into a group of over 50 companies engaged in a wide variety of activities. The Issa family net worth is estimated at around $300 million. Up next, the Ashenheim family. With Jewish roots.
I want to suggest one of the things. I was talking with my good friend in Jamaica who makes so much input to these videos, but he doesn't want to come on camera. I invited him several times, but he doesn't want to come on camera. And one of the things he suggested recently, we're talking, that the sugarcane lands that are lying, a lot of them just lying idle in Jamaica, or are being used to develop housing schemes. The current government, the current Republican government in Jamaica is giving the lands, or I don't know what arrangement they have with developers, and the good agricultural lands with irrigation being used for housing schemes, to develop housing schemes. And those lands could be used, again, can be leased to small farmers. Some that was started and was being done years ago in the 80s and 90s, during the time when the Jamaica Democratic Party, led by Michael Manley, started that land lease program, and Jamaica produced more food than we was necessary for our basic food needs, including onions and some other things that they claimed Jamaica couldn't produce. So can be done. And one particular, the focus, I think, should be on short-term crops and small livestock, especially cassava. And in a previous video and in some segments, and in one segment of this video, I will mention and show an example of cassava production in Nigeria. The segments and what I show on aquaculture, fish farming, on a small scale, goat rearing, and cassava production, which I mentioned before. And the segments are just examples of what can be produced, and in the case of the integrated, there's a Songhai farming model, and it's a good example of what can be done on a larger scale or on a small scale by farmers, as individual farmers, or as in a cooperative marketing arrangement. You can have individual farmers producing individually but selling their products in through a marketing cooperative, also to process their products. So we will see in this video and in other videos, I will continue to focus and to show how it is so important that we produce more food, and instead of depending on wheat from Ukraine or Russia or Canada or America, wheat and those products, we need to produce more food for our basic needs. We can't produce for our total wants, but certainly for our basic food security. Okay.
We are the countries of Africa, the planet's second largest continent right after Asia. We are the countries of Africa. There are 54 countries presently that we will teach ya. My name's Algeria, my capital is Algiers. I'm Angola.
Africa, the richest continent in the world, is the poorest. Something is wrong. So we created this place to give Africans an environment, a space where they look at themselves seriously. Songhai is where Africans can learn how to grow up. Father Godfrey Zamujo. I'm the director and founder of the Songhai movement. Songhai is a new African society, a laboratory where we can show that Africa can do it by harnessing all the resources, both human resource, environmental resources, to create a new world here. But the beginning, the take-off point is agriculture. But that agriculture must be sustainable to produce better and more with less. We have agriculture, that's crop production, we have animal and fish. The waste from one section is recycled to become input in another one. For example, the water here you see is rich with fish. The wastewater, instead of throwing it away, is now rich to water, irrigate our crops. So we're not buying anything. The animal wastes are recycled through bacteria to fertilize our soil. Nothing is wasted. The waste from the animal, from the fish, used to produce energy. This new agriculture is going to bring a new habitat. You work where you live where you work, you eat what you produce, and in producing in a way that enhances the environment, everything goes. When I came here about 30-something years ago, it was desert, nothing at all. The land was dead. But look at what you see now. So these are the places where we market our primary and secondary products. These are the industrial products here from our industry. This is now from our primary directly from over there. So this is what we're doing here. We are exporting wealth and importing poverty. This is not acceptable. Start this logic of development. Abandon the logic of dependency. And this is what we're doing today.
Hold on, know that it's time to be strong. Let's all believe in the future. Together we can move on. Raise up your voice and be heard. Calling every generation, all over together. Turn it up, win or lose, no backing down. We refuse, we take it over. Sing with me, this is the future. Oh, I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in all of us. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in all of us. Yanaraya sasini, atangano atangara, wadenche moshiponde. Africa lala, Africa lala, Africa lala. Amaya chiendala, bibi sini yesi amare.
That Africa needs to re-engage among itself and decided on the best way we can save the people of our continent. we have all what it needed. Over 60 years of Africa's independence. I'm sure we have all the skills that is required, and resources are still there. There's nothing really that can prevent us. What we need is just the political will, and then to act on any decisions that we are taking, which is aimed to save our people.
Comrades, listen closely. Last night, as most of the world slept, something historic happened in the heart of southern Africa.
It's part and parcel of the continent where all of us, we are focusing on a common agenda of the Africa we want, as we articulated in Agenda 2063, and with it is implementation plan. We are making progresses, but we have a challenge because one factor in our first 10 years of implementation of Agenda 2063 is the silencing of the guns. Yeah. But unfortunately, we are moving very slow, but we still believe we have a chance to reach that stage.
Namibia, Zambia, Botswana. 3 nations, once divided by colonial borders, have made a move so bold, so unexpected, that it sent shockwaves through foreign capitals from Washington to London. An overnight alliance has been forged, a pledge for a borderless Africa, where people, goods, and dreams will move freely. But here's the twist: as dawn broke over Lusaka, the United States was already scrambling. Envoys were dispatched. Calls were made. Pressure was mounting. Because to the exploiters of Africa, a borderless continent is their worst nightmare. This was not a decision taken lightly. For months, quiet talks were happening behind closed doors. Not in lavish hotels paid for by foreign aid, but in humble government halls and private homes, away from the eyes of the world. Namibia, rich in uranium, diamonds, and rare earths. Zambia, the copper giant, holding the keys to the electric future. Botswana, the diamond capital of Africa, now led by a president unafraid to take on the global order. These 3 leaders saw what so many have refused to see, that Africa's borders, drawn by colonial hands, are not lines of safety, they are lines of division. They keep farmers from selling their maize in a neighboring market without endless paperwork. They stop families from visiting relatives just a few miles away. They slow trade, weaken solidarity, and most importantly, they serve the interests of those who profit from a divided Africa. And so, late into the night, the agreement was signed, a borderless alliance. Free movement of people. Free movement of goods. Free movement of ideas.
Well then, I grade. We need ya, hey, I need some herb in my brain. So bring the medication for my brain, to heal the whole of the nation from the pain, and break up all the circles and the chains. I need some meditation in my brain. So bring the medication for my brain, to heal the whole of the nation from the pain, break up all the circles and the chain. Hey, no, this could never be no man killer. Good for my head, so me call it as the man healer. When me ill, you know me never need a painkiller. It's quite exciting, me call it as the man chiller. Give me good man, so me not think illa. What a inspiration, fit on a sound killer. Feed the pagan, me spark it like a 9 miller. Fi fight the liquor and the coke, ganja and the pillar. That's why me need some herb in my brain.
Now let's talk about what is a cooperative. It is a form of business organization where the purpose is to share resources to establish a business that can uplift the standard of living of its members and cater the needs of the community. For example, one community needs different goods and supplies for their daily consumption, so they decided to build a mini supermarket in the area to cater the needs of the people in the community. Members of the cooperative has their own career. Others are teachers, office workers, security guard, call center agent, etc. These members get a share on the profit of their cooperative business, which gives them additional income. They can also buy their supplies on the mini supermarket they build. Other forms of business cooperatives are credit union, food and beverage co-ops, energy co-ops, agricultural co-ops, fishing co-ops, and more. Thank you and happy learning!
We are the countries of Africa, our planet's second largest continent right after Asia. We are the countries of Africa. There are 54 countries presently that we will teach ya. My name's Algeria, my capital is Algiers. I'm Angola, Luanda's been my capital for years. Benin is my name, my capital's Porto Novo. Botswana's my name, Gaborone is my capital. I'm Burkina Faso, oh Ouagadougou's my capital. Uganda's who I am, my capital's Kampala, you know. I am Zambia, I'm Lusaka's my capital, you see. I am Zimbabwe, my capital's name is Harare. We are the countries of Africa, our planet's second largest continent right after Asia. We are the countries of Africa.
The last time the Uganda Cooperative Alliance had a bank to their name was in 1999, but today, following its re-establishment, it is optimistic that they will finally provide smallholder farmers with much-needed access to financial support.
Cooperators across the country, from all regions of the country, have unanimously passed a resolution, and not only ending at a resolution, but have started a cooperative bank. We have been talking for quite some time, close to 10 plus years, and all our views were, when do we start a cooperative bank?
Cooperators are autonomous bodies. These are autonomous organizations. They can take decisions of their own. They can initiate policy. Our role as a ministry is to supervise and also regulate.
The Cooperative Alliance Bank will start as a Tier 4 financial institution and, according to administrators, will gradually be elevated to full bank status like other banks.
It will start as a financial institution, like any other circle. They will continue growing until such a time when they meet the requirements of the Bank of Uganda. This is very interesting. I have looked at their resolutions, and in the steering committee, we have very powerful circles. Circles from the west, circles from the east, circles from all over the country have endorsed that they are going to purchase shares. We are starting at a very big tune, because we have 14 million cooperators in this country, and we can't go wrong. We can't go back. That is the only conviction I have, that this bank will be very successful.
Cooperative representatives from across Uganda welcomed the establishment of the new bank.
We grew up knowing when I was young that there was a cooperative bank which was meeting the requirements of the farmers. And when the UCA came up with the idea of re-establishing a defunct cooperative bank, we ourselves are really very happy. And we are keen in participating in this bank, and we feel that actually it should have started yesterday.
When we looked at the law's current legal regime, if to call it a bank, it has to have a certain threshold of 150 billion as minimum capital requirement, and it's supposed to be regulated by Bank of Uganda. So what we have agreed with my cooperators that let us start as a society, and we came up with a name called the National Financial Cooperative Society Limited.
The Uganda Cooperative Alliance has injected 12 million shillings towards the bank. Rachel Nabisubi for NTV Business.
Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity.
Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your contacts. Thank you.